Welcome in, everybody. It's a rivalry renewed here on the Olympic Ice Arena. The IUP Crimson Hawks and the Robert Morris University Colonials take center stage here on this Saturday night. A lot at stake here as the CHMA season winds down. The playoffs are just around the corner, and IUP is looking to get back on the winning track. A 5-4 overtime upset loss to West Virginia last night really puts a wrench in things. RMU lost to John Carroll at John Carroll by a score of 5-1. They look to bounce back. And also, as we got ready, we found out the number 1 seed John Carroll did lose to number 3 Kent State. That just makes this game all the more important for IUP if they want to get back in the number one spot. I'm Kane McCrory, alongside me Ben Nature, making his broadcasting debut. What a better start for your broadcasting career than this one here.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. IUP is going to be fired up after that tragic loss to WVU, and they're just going to be looking forward to this one, trying to get a revenge on a rival and to make their way into the playoffs.
6 teams in the CHMA make it. 1 does not. Mercyhurst is the one on the outside looking in. RMU trying to make sure it stays that way. 5 games on the schedule, all CHMA opponents. It all starts now with IUP, and then next week Duquesne and Kent State, and they'll wrap it up West Virginia and Mercyhurst. They just need a couple. It doesn't take much here to squeak in, but seeding is all the more important. And winning more than half of these next couple of games, I think, would go a long way. Both teams set now to take the ice. Patrick Colburn is leading his team out as RMU rocking the Grays. Has been battling through some injuries, but does get the call today. He is 6-7 on the year, a 3.53 goals against, and a .916 save percentage. IUP being led out by Nathan Gates, 3-4, 3.66 goals against, a .911 save, and 1 shutout. Got the win last year, spoiling RMU's senior night to end the CHMA season. He gets the call here. Shane Premba, their starter, went last night against West Virginia. If the RUP is going to have to bounce back, they've got to be through Gates. Their goaltending is the number 1 key for success here.
Yeah, and, they just needed to switch it up a little bit. And I feel like Gates is a good option, not the starter, but he's a good backup, trusty. And, yeah, pretty much.
Both teams will line up as we get set for the anthem after the introductions. One player to watch is a guy we call the RMU killer. His name is Jordan Adams, and it seems every time IUP comes here, Adams is the impact player to watch. He has 8 goals, 20 points, 2 power play goals for IUP this season. I think he's just one of those guys. I don't know what it is. You come to a certain barn and things just kind of click.
Yeah, he's going to score 1 or 2 goals today. It's pretty much a given.
If you're a betting man, I'd say it's a given. But for RMU on the other side, the captain, Keith Reed, got the lone goal against John Carroll last night. And for any RMU fan who's been watching this stream and this product for the last couple of years, when Keith Reed gets one, he just starts to pile it on. And what a perfect time for the captain to get back in the goal column.
Yeah, this would be a great time to do it and a key time to do it, too.
IUP goes with Johnston, Miller, Fairman, Soy, and Donovan in their starting lineup, of course, with Gates behind them backing up. Colburn on the other end for RMU. And that was starting lineup for the Colonials. Colburn, as mentioned, in the net. Andrew Finnegan, the junior defenseman, getting the start, as well as the senior alternate captain from New York, Rob Byrne. The top line gets the go. Michael Hurst, the Chatham transfer in his second year with RMU. As well as Devin Rourke making his way back in the lineup after missing a couple of games. A big get for RMU, and then centered by Tyler Draper in his 5th season with the Colonials. And now, we send it to the one and only, the RMU legend, Mr. John Tucci, for the playing of our national anthem. Mr. John Tucci, ladies and gentlemen.
One of a kind.
There isn't a better way to start a hockey game.
There is not, no.
As IUP, RMU, rivalry restored. IUP taking the first one early in the year. RMU looking for vengeance. IUP wanting that top spot. And starts here with a win and winning the rest of the way, including when they rematch with John Carroll. Some taps for the goaltenders. And to center ice we go. Rourke in on the faceoff for RMU. First home game back. He'll square off against Spencer Johnston. Teams up on the benches. And here we go. Sean Donovan corralling will send this one in off the high glass. Will stay in. Bounces around the wall. Finnegan wanting to go out wide to Hurst. IUP corralling. Johnston leaves it down low out to the point for captain Zach Soy. In front. Winding up a shot by Fairman. Save. Rebound loose in front. Colburn makes the save. Hurst corralling. Gets tripped up. Stays in the zone to the Crimson Hawks. Miller puts one on. And a stop there by Colburn. 31 seconds in. IUP already getting a couple of good chances.
Yeah, they're starting off strong today. If they put up a lot of shots, a few of them are going to go in. And for RMU, they have not had a shot on. They haven't had a shot yet, so it's looking like IUP's game so far.
A one face-off by the captain. Reed goes around for Byrne, wanting the wall to Passanante. Reed can chip this one out of the zone. IUP all over it and puts it right back in. Finnegan can't corral it. Plays it to the corner. Passanante can clear it down the ice. And icing is called as Eric Hambling will get back to it. The Kent State transfer. 2 whistles here early in the first minute. IUP elects to go to the left circle. To the right of Colburn. Loza in on the faceoff. Wins this one to the corner. Around comes RMU. Reed. Dangles. Attempts to, I should say. That's that stripped away. Now Finnegan leaves it back for Rob Byrne. Has some open ice. Will turn it all the way back behind his net. Didn't like what he saw. Finnegan up the wall. Can't get it out. A chance rolls out for the Crimson Hawks. Backhand attempt. And it goes behind the net where Finnegan corrals it. Wanting Moran. Pass intercepted. Rierick winds up. Is blocked by RMU. Back to the point, Hambling. Plays it over for Ziemba. His shot is blocked by Moran. Trent London corralling it down low. Up to the point. Ziemba for Hambling. A shot through traffic and makes its way in. Hambling with the shot and deflection, and IUP takes a 1-0 lead. I think that'll be Maddox Rierick that got the deflection in front there.
Yeah, it's not the start you want for RMU, but it's the start that's, it's expected that they're going to get shots on. And unfortunate that one snuck past, but
Rierick, if he does get the credit, his 8th of the season from Hambling and Ziemba to get the Crimson Hawks up to an early 1-0 lead. RMU also playing a little shorthanded today, as injuries have really plagued the teams that are shot quickly on by Nate Isaac, the senior. The offensive zone face-off here. Martin couldn't win the draw behind that rolls. Evan Sala takes it to the corner. Strutt battling for position. Sala can get it out. And now here comes Jordan Adams one-on-one with Isaac. Comes into the net, gets taken down into Colburn's crease. And whistle dead. Some taps for both sides. And the net will come back to its moorings. We talked about Adams in the opener here, Bad, and just how deadly he is against the Colonials. First shift, first chance on the puck, and look what he almost splits in the back of the net.
Yeah, that's just crazy, and there's going to be a lot more of those. It's just Patrick Colburn, he might be expecting it,
Referee's back in position. And Walker wins this face-off forward. Sharamonte to chase, playing in his second consecutive game after missing a nice chunk of the opening of the 25 campaign. Sharamonte forward for Walker. Plays out wide to Moran. Onsides is RMU. Moran's shot is blocked. Will get his own rebound in the corner, and it's stripped away by IUP. For Adams. Hits a little bit of a snowbank, and now playing it all the way behind the net. Donovan has a little trouble, tries to go along the wall. Off the give of Dixon. Dixon skating against Sharamonte. He'll elect the shot, does Sharamonte. A save there by Nathan Gates. Moran reaching. Corralled by Chase Malloy. And Malloy feeling the pressure, has to escape all the way back and now has some space to work with. Malloy backhands this one into the zone, avoids the hit, and will head off to the bench for the change. Matt Purdue corrals it, gives it for Moran. He'll chip it forward once Walker tries to get it through. IUP blocks it away. Donovan sends it through the middle for the Crimson Hawks, sent in by Jeff Boker. And now the Crimson Hawks will chase. Finnegan almost gets it turned over. Rourke to pick it up, leaves it off. Purdue, takes it behind that for Finnegan. IUP putting on a lot of pressure. RMU having some tough breakout chances here. Rourke tries to get through. All over him is Donovan. Draper can send it in, but gets hit away by Caleb Hoffman. Rourke corralling, puts him in front. Hurst dives in front, gets taken down with a chance, and Gates makes the stop. Springs Boker free the other way. Boker shot there, blocked by Finnegan. He takes him into the corner as Draper gets mixed in front with Zach Soy as the two leaders of their respective clubs get mixed up. Here's Hambling. Feeling the pressure of Rourke, sends it through the middle. Out wide it goes to Miller. Offsides IUP. Just ahead on the other side there was Fairman. Face off outside the RMU zone. Reed steps in here against Johnston. Be won by Reed. Byrne plays it to Isaac. Forward for Passanante. Gets stripped away by Fairman. Once Miller, Colonials take it right back. Icing called on RMU. Stretch past the Moran does not work. .15:31 here in period one. Lone goal early on comes from Maddox Rierick off the deflection of an Eric Hambling shot. Reed wins to the wall to Nate Isaac. Can sail this one. Settled by Hambling. Plays it toward the Colonial bench. And Byrne will retreat back. Feeling the pressure. Two Hawks on him. Gets it forward to Moran. Now up to Passanante. Swings it out wide. Sends it off the wall. Sends it behind the net. Picked up by IUP. Off the boards all the way down. Icing is called on IUP. Pressure coming from Fairman. Thought maybe they'd blow it dead there and just let the play go on.
Yeah, probably. You know, both teams have been putting good pressure on each other. Lots of whistles early in this game.
Top unit back on for Coach Joseph. Rourke battling there against Johnston. Been very well in the faceoff, has Spencer Johnston. Sends it out wide to Hunter Fairman. Fairman takes it up. Swings to the middle, has room. Alexa's shot goes off of Burns, stick and wide. Draper forward for Rourke. Rourke out wide to Hurst on the entry. In front, wants the stick of Rourke. Rolls right past them and around the wall it goes. Finnegan will have to pick it up at center. Over for Byrne. Harassed by Miller. And Loza will quickly throw it back in for IUP so they can complete the change. Colburn leaves it off for Finnegan. Sends it behind, that goes off the back of the post. Luckily, Dobransky's there to clean it up. Dobransky has Sharamonte. Spins away, takes it to center. Plays it in, now a foot race. Going up against Rierick. A shot up high by Moran, rolls behind the net. Dixon Goes around wanting London. Through him, Dobransky corrals for RMU. Sharamonte beyond center. Sends it in off a Crimson Hawk. And now Moran will meet Evan Sala in the boards. Moran wins the battle. Wanted someone in front. No one home. And now London springs Rierick free. Couldn't corral the initial pass. Now we'll get to it into the boards. Puts one towards net. Walker is there. Gives it over to Finnegan. 13:30 to go here in period one. Walker takes it in front of the RMU bench. Using his speed, gets into the zone. Wants someone in front. No one home with the Colonials changing. Walker has to do it all himself. At the blue line, keeps it alive. Sends it down low, wanting Kohlberg. A sharp ankle chance by Strutt. Denied by Gates. Malloy sends it back for Soy. Around for Donovan. Can get it to center. Martin, blocks it away. And the fourth line of the Colonials putting on a lot of pressure against IUP. Soy takes it along the wall, sends it out into the corner. Dobransky against Adams, a battle of number fives. Martin plays it around for Dobransky. Up the boards to Trevor Kohlberg. Sends it through center. Now foot race here, be won by Kyle Ziemba. The Strutt applying the pressure for RMU. Jace Rierick now on the entry. Waiting, dangles, puts it up high, a shot, and a blocker save by Colburn. Clearing attempt denied. Malloy winds up a shot. Blocker save by Colburn again. Rierick holding. Up high. Chances broken up by Moran. Can't get it out. Second chance is blocked. And Colonials can get it to center. Through the legs pass. No one home. And now here come the Hawks again. Adams. Offsides is the Hawks. Had the man advantage. Oh, it could have been a killer there for the Crimson Hawks.
Yeah, one thing that IUP has been doing better than Robert Morris, they have not let RMU get any clean shots at all. Even if the Colonials have the puck in their end, they just block it instantly.
We did just get official word. Kent State beat John Carroll 8-2. So I talked about goals for in the D3 match against Case Western last night. That is huge for IUP.
Yeah, if they don't win this one, they might be
a little doomed down the stretch.
Yeah.
Passanante gets taken down by Hamling. Gives it off to Reed up high. Shot by Isaac is blocked. 3-on-2 the other way. And out comes Colburn to be that third man to help out the Colonials. Isaac spins it behind. Purdue off the wall, wanted Hurst, or Moran, past his stick. Moran continuing his drive, gets it into the Hawk zone, and can be cleared out to center. Back goes Byrne. Plays it off the wall. Perfectly to a stick of a Crimson Hawk, and Ty Burkett can send it in. Down low for Miller. One of the hottest Crimson Hawks as of late. 20 goals on the season, along with 35 points, 5 of them coming on the power play. It's been a tremendous season for number 57 in black and red. Down in the corner, a Colonial is hurt. And slow to the feet is Matt Purdue, who's been dealing with some injury issues all season long. And a big loss if he can't continue. And hobbling in a lot of pain, gets down and makes the block. Turning shot saved by Colburn as Rourke gets it out for Passanante. Can flip it to center. And Purdue still stuck on the ice. Sala sends it in. Crimson Hawks can change. Finally, Purdue can get off. Only played in one game in 2024, and that was the opening game of the season. He got hurt against Canisius, did not come back until the charity game against Mercyhurst in the beginning of January.
That's unfortunate to see a guy finally coming back from injury and not even the second quarter having to come out of the game. That's just unfortunate right there.
Here's Zach Soy backpedaling, gets broken up there by Rourke. Draper trying to get into the zone, just couldn't get his stick in there as he continues that battle with Zach Soy. Something to keep an eye on. Those two have been competitors for the last 4 years now in this RMU IUP rivalry. The shot on net there, pad stop by Colburn challenging up high. Rourke up high to Hurst. Into the zone come the Colonials. Hurst dangling his way through on his backhand. Wanted Rourke in front. Hurst continuing. Up high for Dobransky. Keeps it onside. The shot high. Gates didn't see it. If that was a little lower, it could be in the back of the net. Rourke battling with 3 Crimson Hawks. Hambling comes out victorious. Up high for Fairman. Down the left wall he goes. Fairman looking in front. Finnegan laying the body. Provides the breakup. Colburn can make the save. Purdue does not have a trainer at the bench, but still trying to hobble off the pain. Hopefully can continue on. Along the boards, here's Walker. Stretch past Sharamonte, can chip it into the zone. Beautifully played by Sharamonte, the second-year player. Chance in front. Down goes Gates to make the save. As Salo with a little bit of love tap in front for Connor Moran, and that's just how these two play.
Yeah. It's just nice that RMU, they're getting the puck more in their zone in the second half of the first quarter, getting more shots on. And like I said earlier, if you get shots on, some of them will go in.
Sala sends it along the wall, gets through everybody. And icing here against the Hawks, 8:29 to go in the first period. It'll be a face-off to the right circle here of your screen, the left of Nathan Gates. Walker to take it. Missed one of the games last weekend in the battle against Drexel, where the Colonials split the series. This one will go through Byrne. Rierick wins the foot race, puts the shot on, shoulder save by Colburn. Dixon gets hit off by Sharamonte. Walker corrals it, sends it behind his net for Nate Isaac. Up for Moran, boots that one to center. Hawks reset it. Rierick sends it on net. Colburn sliding across, makes the save. Byrne taken down behind the net. Chance in front for the Hawks. Diving play there from the Colonials. Can clear this one down the zone and get a couple of changes. Here is Byrne at center. Sends it in. Changes continue. Kohlberg, Malone chaser, Donovan up for Adams. Quickly over to Jace Rierick. Rierick through center, across for Adams, on sides. Adams gets roughed up along the wall, to the point to Donovan. Donovan shot, looking for a deflection, goes wide. Malloy wanting someone down low. Purdue is there, good to see him back on the ice. Braden Martin at center, out wide to Kohlberg. Kohlberg waiting, goes through the middle, one Strutt, bouncing puck. Strutt turning, attempts to get the shot away, stripped by Jordan Adams. Chips into the zone, and off to the bench to go the Hawks. Finnegan plays it off the stick of Kohlberg. Hambling resets all the way back to Ziemba. There was a public skate before this, so this ice seems a little chippy. Some dents here and there. Just the nature of the beast sometimes with the rink that you have to play on. Here's Hambling. Colonials also getting some changes here. Pressure coming from Moran. Over to Ziemba. Dangles around Reed. Takes it to the outside. A shot. Ricochets wide. Hambling winds up. Reed reads it. Sends it down the ice. And now a foot race between Hambling and Passanante. Beautifully played by Hambling to take it off from the puck. Hambling settling through the middle for Jeff Boker. Sends it on net. Colburn will cover up and make the save. Physicality has been mild, to say the least, between these two. I think it's just been more some smart physicality on the IUP side.
Yeah, they're doing stuff that they need to do. There's nothing unnecessary going on, and it's working for them. I mean, they have the lead with 6 minutes left. I would just keep on what they're doing. Don't do anything stupid out there, and they're not.
You have the lead. There's no reason to go after anything stupid at the moment. That team's playing with passion. Both of these teams are guilty of it at times. Dobransky for the wall to Passanante. Chipping forward, kept alive by Dixon. Around the wall it goes. Isaac gets there first for RMU. Up the wall to Moran. Sends it through the middle for Passanante. Passanante chips into the zone. Passanante, a shot save. Gates rebound for Reed. Knocked away by Sala. Up the wall to Miller. Back to Sala. Up the wall for Fairman. Taps it in. And the Crimson Hawks will chase this one down. Dobransky gets met by 2 IUP forwards. He sent around the wall for Isaac. Isaac goes over for Passanante. Pass broken up by Sala. Offsides. IUP again. You take away the offsides. You think IUP would maybe sneak another one. These have been some grade A chances if they can just stay on sides.
Yeah, and that's a blessing in disguise for RMU because most of these offsides are on breakaways with guys like Adams on the ice. So
Colburn comes out of the net to settle, leaves it off for Byrne. Around for Hurst. That pass goes through everyone. And Rear putting on the burners there to beat that one out. Donovan sends it through everybody. Icing is a no. Finnegan back. Around for Draper. Gets met by Donovan. Kept in the zone. Here's Loza. Works to the outside. One of the top newcomers of this IUP squad. Finnegan plays it to the wall. To the point, Rierick. Down for London. Over to Loza. Loza up high. Shot from Rierick for the deflection in front. Goes wide of the net. The rebound pops out. As net, I believe, is off here. As IUP had a full possession. And the referee usually would give a little bit of a push to get that net back to its mooring. Elects to blow the whistle. IUP can get the change, but the draw stays in the RMU zone. Face-off win. Here's Malloy, a turning shot. Save. Rebound in front, and it makes its way through. Jace Rierick puts it in. It's a Rierick times 2. It's 2-0 IUP. We talked about Adams being a RMU killer at times. The Riericks are just as guilty of that name as well.
Yeah, they're just unstoppable. I mean, both of them. That's his second goal of the game?
That's
right?
the other brother. Both Riericks got a goal.
Both Riericks have a goal.
Jace Rierick's 5th of the season. He has 27 points. More of a disher than a scorer, and one of the biggest impact players on a veteran-heavy IUP team. Here's Sharamonte, a shot pad saved by Gates. Walker in the boards, goes up high as Adams and him joust away. Here's Isaac, a shot, stick save, Gates. Colonials looking for one back here in the dying minutes of this first period. Chase Malloy with the lone assist on the goal. Here's Adams, a wind-up shot, rebound, and that one rolls wide. Now the Colonials want to turn up ice. Intercepted pass to Walker. Walker, a shot blocked away by Hambling. Kohlberg. It's met in the wall hard. Takes down a Hawk with him. Here's Jace Rierick again. Rierick cuts to the middle. A shot blocked by Isaac. Battle of the 25s. Chance in front getting a stick in there was Malloy. And the Colonials can clear. Official reading, Jace Rierick's 5th from Chase Malloy. 2-0 IUP lead. Here's Hoffman. One of the other few freshmen, or rookies, I should say, in the lineup for the Hawks this evening. Back-to-back CHMA champions. Also won in 2020. They've been the kings of the North, as you could say, of the CHMA division. Dobransky moves it out wide to Schrutz. Can send this one in. And the Colonials continue the prowl. Ty Burkett sends it up for Hoffman. Can chip it into the zone. He'll head off for a change. Dobransky over for Keith Reed. Chips up for Passanante. Passanante on his horse. takes a tumble going up against Sala. Penalty coming up, and the Colonials will head to the power play. Sala off for a trip. The lone goal of RMU against John Carroll last night came on the power play. Can they make some magic here?
Yeah, they need some magic. 2 minutes left in the first period. Still have a goose egg on the board. They're still in this, though.
Draper, Hurst, Rourke, Moran, and Reed. As Rourke get mixed up with Fairman in the crosshairs. Face-off win by the Hawks. Soy and Draper battling along the wall. Draper takes him to his knees. As IUP just trying to kill the clock, or at least what they can. Battle along the wall. Soy sends it off the wall. Kicked down by Rourke. Rourke walks it down low. Takes it behind that. Shoveled for Reed. A shot and a save by Gates with Moran parked in front. 1:37 respectively on the power play clock and the game clock for the Colonials. Johnston, Donovan, Soy, and Fairman, the unit out here. One draw by Johnston, 2 for 2 in that category on the kill. Fairman takes Moran into the wall. Sent out of the zone here by Soy. He went off for a change. On comes Hamblin. Hurst drives down the wall, wanting to go through the middle, blocked by Donovan. Gets it stripped by Fairman. Walker keeps it in, and the Colonials will just send it in and have to retouch as they were offsides. IUP gets a change as Donovan hops on for Ziemba. Or the other way around, I should say, and a couple more bodies will join them. Rourke, drop pass to Hurst. Sends it off of Rourke, and an easy little clear there for Kyle Ziemba. So we approach 45 seconds to go. Colburn comes out of the zone, plays this one off for Hurst. Hurst swings it out wide, takes it through center, banks it off the IUP boards. Ziemba can't get it out. Here's Moran. Sending it down low for Rourke, couldn't reach him. Hawks take it behind the net and will hold. Up out of the point. Hurst, shot, deflection, Moran digging, can't get it through Gates. Walker now to the point to Hurst. Hurst waiting around Reed, shot deflected by Moran. Penalty coming up on the Hawks. It'll be a 5-on-3 for 7 seconds. A cross-checking call to, I believe, Eric Hambling. And 7 seconds with a 5-on-3. What a way to end the period.
Yeah. I mean, even with this power play, IUP has still been showing strong defense, and they really have not let the 5-on-4 get to them. We'll have to see what they'll have to do with the 5-on-3. There will probably only be one shot made, maybe 2 if they're lucky. But if they could continue on the defense, they should be fine.
So Hambling off for cross-check, 7 seconds of power play, or 5-on-3, 7 seconds of the period. Johnston ties up off the referee, and exactly what the Hawks needed off the face-off. A clear by Jace Rearick will send the teams to the dressing room. 2-0 IUP. It started with a Maddox Rearick goal off an Eric Hambling deflection, as well as the pass from Kyle Ziemba. It's Rearick's 8th of the year, and then Jace Rearick finds the back on his 5th from Chase Malloy. When we return, a 1-minute and 53-second power play for the Colonials. They got to do something here early. IUP has had the full momentum and the full pressure of this hockey game.
Yeah, it's been a Rearick game. I mean, they were the only 2 to score, but not only them, all of the Hawks have been putting up good shots, and on the defensive end too. That's where they have been shining. Not letting Robert Morris get good shots on net, and just putting a lot of pressure on the team. It's been a great performance for IUP. Hopefully they do not keep it up for these next 2 periods.
If you're a Hawks fan, you hope to differ. If you're a Colonials fan, you're hoping that is true. But when we return, about a 16-minute intermission begins now. Stay tuned for the second period of Hawks and Colonials. We'll be right back. Welcome back for the second period of play between the IUP Crimson Hawks and the Robert Morris University Colonials. I'm Cade McCrory, alongside Ben Bacher. 2-0 lead for the Hawks. Goals coming from the Rearick brothers, starting off with Maddox, and then Jace getting one in the mix of that first period. RMU has a minute and 53-second power play to begin. Almost seems like a must here if they want any chance coming back in this game.
Yeah, yesterday, that's the only goal they got. You mentioned that earlier, that their only goal of the game was on a power play, and they basically have a full power play. So they need to take advantage of this. Just prove the strong Hawk defense wrong.
Reed on the face-off against Johnson. It's won by Reed, corralled by Rourke to set up the power play. Up for Michael Hurst, quickly over to Rourke. Works down the right side. Stops, goes over for Hurst. Hurst gets harassed there by Soy. Into the wall, Fairman, Walker, Moran all meet them. As 5 bodies digging, Colonials felt this at the end of the first period when they had that power play. The Hawks just like to keep it in the corner and then try to find a way to take it out. Pops free, here's Moran. Takes this one down low. Gets stripped by Johnson, can clear this the length of the ice. And Hawks will get some changes, a long change here, with it being the second period. Colburn leaves it off for Rourke. Rourke takes it up ice. Looks to go through the middle to his backhand, over for Reed. Out came Gates to challenge. Just couldn't get the shot away. Back to Hurst up high. Down low, one-timer chance for Walker. Puck pops free, net is off. 47 seconds of some power play time. Best chance, the most recent one.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job on this power play, too. Keeping the puck in there and just having possession of the puck, too. I mean, that's all you can want out of a power play situation like this. And they just need a good shot.
Face-off win, Reed. Over to Walker. To the point, playing catch with Rourke. Walker up high to Rourke once more. Over for Hurst. Hurst winds up a shot and sails off into the corner off a block. Walker up high to Rourke again. Crossing. Down low, Reed. Winds up a shot block. Diving effort from the Hawks. 20 seconds to go on the handling penalty. Rourke rolls behind the net. Swings up high once more, still looking for space. Over for Reed. 10 seconds now. Up high to Hurst. Down low, a chance wanting Reed. And sent down the length of the ice. 2 for 2. On the kill is IUP. Hurst drives it in through the middle. Works to the outside. A shot saved by Gates. Rebound. Rourke takes a whack at it. Couldn't settle it. Up to the point, Purdue. Over. Clapper from Kohlberg. Denied by Gates. Kohlberg up high, a shot, a bouncing puck rolls behind the net, turning chance blocked away by Sala. Sala will get to it first, and here come the Hawks. Sala holding, collects the shot, pad save, rebound pops free for Loza, and out of the zone it goes. Connor Moran settles for RMU at center, will send it in, gets checked, and will head off to the bench. Gates out to play it. Leaves it for Sala. Up the wall. Goes right to the Colonial defense. Can clap this one right back in. But here's now a chance, and as offsides. As Loza tried to spring free. I think London may be the guilty party just ahead there.
And there's another offsides call on the Hawks. And just like the other ones, if it wasn't for that offsides, would they have scored there? And I probably would say there was a good chance he was scoring on that one.
Colburn out of the net to play it. Whoa, a bad turnover. Malloy had a chance to put that in the empty cage, just couldn't corral it. To the point to Donovan. A shot comes in, popping the water bottle. And Chase Rearick once again, that's 2 consecutive goals. 3 now for the Rearick brothers in total. They are on fire.
Yeah, that's Jace's sixth goal of the season, 28 points now. I mean, this is just a Rearick game. There's nothing you could say about that. They are on fire. They are rolling. They feel comfortable in this Robert Morris ring.
It's just weird to look down and you see Rurik only had 4 goals coming into this game. It's crazy. Oh, maybe it's a typo. It was 14. I mean, it explains a lot more. Here's Rourke rolling down. A pad save made by Gates. Malloy and Donovan with the assist on Rurik's second of the game. Malloy sends it up for Soy. Chips it into the zone. Here comes Rurik. He's hungry for a hat trick. Takes Byrne into the wall. Big hit thrown by Reed against Adams. Byrne tries to play this out of the zone. Ziemba's there to keep it in. Down low for Malloy. Malloy in front. Intercepted by Reed. Banks it around for Isaac. Isaac off the high glass. Can get this one out to center. Byrne challenging. Now retreats back. Jordan Adams. Turnover almost there to Rourke. Adams quite on the offensive front so far. Wanted Shane Miller in stride. Turns it over. Hurst back for Byrne. Tumbles to the ice. Turnover to Miller. And here come the Hawks. Miller moves behind the net. Around. Fairman winds up a shot. Rolls into the netting and out of play. The top goal scorers, as I said, quiet. Miller, London, as well as Adams. Looking to get going in this hockey game. All Rurik's right now. Face-off win. Fairman plays it off the boot of Moran. Fairman tried to walk it down. Finnegan up for Moran, looking to spring. Passanante free. Offsides Colonials. Now corralled by Johnston. Swings it up for Miller. Miller down the right side. Over for Fairman ahead of his reach. Here's Passanante the other way. Chips it around. Hamlin gets it drawn down to a knee. And behind that, the Hawks will reset. Dobransky keeps it in on the blue line. Winds up a shot. Hits off a couple of bodies. Rolls right to the Crimson Hawks, and here they go. Miller elects the shot. Saved by Colburn. Will play this one off for Finnegan. Up the wall for Moran. Plays it out to center. Evan Sala waiting. And will throw that right back in. Colburn comes out. Leaves it for Finnegan. Banks it over for Passanante. Through the middle for Moran. Sala lines him up. Dixon against Walker battling. Walker sends it down low. Hawks pick it away. Chance now in the front. Save there by Gates. Wraparound is denied as well by Evan Sala. Finnegan a shot deflected. And Gates did not know where that was at first, but does get down to make the save. It's why important to have some sticks in front. Change the direction, it throws off the netminder. Ozone draw for the Martin Kohlberg Strut unit. One back by the Hawks. Donovan plays it up for Hoffman. Goes through everybody. Finnegan lines up his man. Penalty coming up. And Finnegan heads off to the box as Jeff Boker got caught with his head down. Or excuse me, that was Richard Wild. His head was just kind of caught down. And Finnegan just said, you know what, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, that's not what Robert Morris needs right now. They're struggling to get shots and goals as it needs, and having one less guy on the ice, and having it be one of your best defensemen too. That's just not what they need.
One of the better penalty killers on this Colonial roster sits for roughing, interference, your call on what you want to call there. And the Hawks power play off to work, but quickly sent down by the Colonials. Interference is what they elect on the penalty call. A lot of power play goals sprinkled throughout this lineup. Shane Miller, the leading category, with 5. Here's Hamblin. One to leave it off for Jace Rurik. All the way back it rolls. Ziemba for Rurik. Takes it through the middle. Fakes Passanante. Rurik up high. Has Johnston. Takes this to the half circle. Up high to Hambling. Hambling looks for a deflection shot. Goes off for Colonial and around the boards to London. Up high to Ziemba. Walks the blue line. Down low to London. A shot. It goes through everybody but wide of the net. Hamblin plays it underneath. Circling Rarick. Rarick through the middle. Winds up shot and he scores. Jace Rarick hat trick goal. A power play goal. What a night for number 25.
That is just something. I mean, a guy coming into this game with only 4 goals on the season and scores 3 and not even the end of the second period. Not even halfway through the second period. Amazing performance by Jace Rarick. Before this game, we were focusing a lot about Jordan Adam, and we should have been focusing on Jace Rarick.
Crazy. 4 goals coming in, and now is leaving with a minimum of 7.
And there is still over half this period, all in next period. We might see more Jace Rarick action.
Technically a natural hat trick, even though it was first period was the first one. Spencer Johnston gets the primary assist, as well as Kyle Ziemba. So a lot of the same names popping up on the score sheet. That's Ziemba's second assist of the game.
I mean, they have something going, and don't change it, don't fix it if it's not broken. So, I mean, that's what they've been doing all game.
4-0 Hawks, 12:25 here to go in this second period. As IUP getting 2 early on as offside's called as Boker. Oh, a little bit of shove there. Burkett going after Martin. And the Hawks trying to calm their guys down on the bench. One penalty can just kind of maybe break this open more. You just don't want to be the one that goes to the box and puts RMU on the score sheet. It doesn't help negates it all either. As Burkett throwing the trash can next to the bench as well. I'm not sure if he caught that on the camera, but really upset about something on the ice. Zabransky up for Hurst. Gets it to his own blue line, up the center. Will chip it in. Colonial's down to chase. Rourke first to it. Swings it. Wanted Hurst. Down into the corner. Reed challenges. Lays the body. It pops free out for Maddox Rarick. Over to Trent London. London through the middle. Up high. A shot goes wide off the stick of Sala. London plays it behind the net. Finnegan. Over for Reed. Stretch pass to Rourke. Rourke across center. Into the zone they go. Over for Hurst. Hurst winds up a shot blocked by Soy. Hawks can clear. Back is Finnegan. And is Rarick the one chasing him down. Finnegan through the middle. Off the stick of Rourke. Rolls right to the Hawks and they'll send it right back in. RMU having a very rough time trying to play this in the zone. Turnover to Adams, swings up high. Oh, right to the stick of Jace Rarick. Just couldn't pull the trigger. One at number 4. Walker takes it down low, gets roughed up. Over to Chase Malloy. Malloy gets crunched by Walker. And off to his feet now, but Colonial's trying to find some sort of momentum here. And it has to become the physicality market as now Walker and Malloy exchanging some whacks. I'm sure you haven't noticed, but Walker's not the guy that usually get mixed up in this kind of thing. So for him to be the one to set the charge, someone else needs to do it. Walker also not in his full 100%. Playing hurt, definitely, as many of guys on this team are. If there was only 100% healthy players, I don't think RMU could field a roster of 5 right now. Moran, shot comes in, rolls off the back of the net, and now here comes Malloy. Across center into the zone, Malloy. Through the middle, Colburn gets down and makes the save. A bouncing puck that Colburn had a little trouble with, and Martin now trying to be the trendsetter with some words to the IUP bench and passing. It's frustrating when you're down 4 goals. And
yeah,
you're just at the halfway mark.
Yeah, the Hawks have they picked up where they left off in the first period, and they have shown that indefinitely.
Ziemba tried to go back, and all the way down this one rolls. As Hambling will get to it, roughed by Kohlberg. Hambling tries to play it out. Purdue keeps in his shot, ricochets off the end boards. Over to Finnegan. Down to Martin for Kohlberg. Gets stripped away by Hambling. Back to Kohlberg now it goes. In front for Martin, a shot rolls wide. Strutt battling with Hambling, takes him to the ice. Pops free to Martin. Down low for Strutt, tries to break in. Ziemba there to close him off. And the Hawks push to center. Dumped in, and down it goes to London. London dangling through, gets around Miller. Miller, draw pass once Fairman. Strutt there to meet him. Fairman pushes his way behind the net. Dangles Finnegan, he shuts the door. That's a big body to move out of the way. 6'4" is number 4 in gray. And not afraid to get physical. Fairman with Miller. Elects the shot off the mask of Colburn. And feeling it after that one. And down to the ice goes a Colonial Purdue. And he takes Fairman with a couple of love taps. And the referee right there to watch him. As Purdue just give him a little love on the head there. And Fairman reminds them to score. Purdue telling him that he's here. And now Miller coming over towards Purdue to exchange some words. And now this is the IUP RMU hockey we're all familiar with.
Yeah, the first period and a half, that felt too much like not a rival. But now we're getting into the later part of the game. We're gonna see some ruckus going on.
We heard the fans saying, "Take your helmet off." If you do that, you get ejected.
Yeah.
So wise on both parties to not do that. Reed, face-off win, up to Dobransky. Sends down low to Rourke. Back to Hurst. Broken stick on Rourke. And now he has to skate to the bench to grab a new one. Bouncing puck, Hawks get it. Take it up ice. Wild sends it out wide for Boker. Puts it on that stick save, Colburn. Reed and Hoffman getting a little bit of a match here. Here's Hurst. Works into the zone. Takes it behind the net. Rourke. Over for Reed. One-timer blocked away. Dixon getting in the lane of that one. To the point, Dobransky winds up a shot save. Gates rebound. Rourke pushes it high. And out of play, this one goes. Good chance for the Colonials.
Yeah. I mean, they have the chances. They're just not finishing. And IUP, like I said earlier, they're the same team they were in the first period, putting up goals, putting up shots, and putting up amazing defense. So they just need to get past the defense, and they will have a good chance.
Walker's unit hops on with Sharamonte Moran. They will have to switch face-off circles. Tied up face-off. Goes the Hawks' way. And Dobransky getting a piece of it. Negates the icing. London first to it. Sends it up high. Wanted Rierick. Now bounces over to Loza. Loza turning shot. Goes off the glass. And keeping it in was the captain, Zach Soy. Soy plays it to center. Bouncing puck. Trying to dangle into the zone is Loza. Walker takes it away. Sharamonte battling with his man. Hawks send it up ice. London one-on-one with Isaac. Hold it. Cross. Loza. Shot. Put wide of the net. To the point. Clapper attempt. Hits off the blocker of Colburn. Loza tries to play it in front. Dobransky gets down to block it away. London all over him. Loza keeps it in for his team. Down low to London. Banks it behind the net. The Franklin Regional alum. Ziemba working against Sharamonte. And still onside. Had a chance to go. Obviously our angle. A little tough to see. Big hit thrown by Hambling on Moran. Forward in the zone, Walker. Drop pass, Moran shot. Glove save made by Gates. Holds on. 6:30 to go in the second period. As the period goes on, RMU getting more and more chances I don't think it's a lack of IUP putting their foot on the brake here.
Yeah. I mean, the goalie, Gates, I mean, he's been having a great performance here. I mean, at the start of the game, they really did not have many shots, but now that they're putting up more shots as another whistle gets blown, he's really putting up a performance. I mean, not starting yesterday's game and starting today, he had something to prove, especially with IUP's spot. Yeah, Gates, he's probably one of the reasons why they're in this game. They're winning in this game.
Gates, the only returning goaltender from last year's team, with the others graduating and moving on, and then Halpert and Paremba joining in the offseason. Here's Hambling, a turning shot, goes with a little whipsy-doo. Net comes off, and it'll be out of the zone. Or actually, wait a minute, too many men, I believe, possibly here. IUP get caught. I thought I saw a signal for too many men. My mistake. It's just out of the zone, and I'm always wondering why. The net was off, but was it IUP's doing? I don't think it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
And out of the zone it goes. The Hawks bench was confused as we were. Malloy sends it down behind the net for Rierick. Rolls up high to the point. Back down low to Rierick. Up for Salas shot. Pad save. Colburn pushes it to the corner. Rierick walks the line. Sends it down low to Malloy. Up high for Rierick. Winds up a shot. Hits off a stick of Strutt into the netting. And whistled out of play. This puck should stay in the Colonial zone unless they decide to move it out.
Yeah.
See any reason not to again. Reed against Rierick. Couple of veterans in the face-off circle. Reed victorious on this one. Back for Purdue. Gets roughed up by Malloy. Bouncing in front was that puck almost onto the stick of Jordan Adams. Adams for Malloy. Purdue plays it to the corner. Isaac to try to get it out. Rourke there. Caught in his skates. Can push it out to Hurst. Between his legs. Into the zone he goes. For Rourke. Winds up shot. Getting a piece of it was Burkett. And out of play that one is. Top line trying to get something going. Ty Burkett. The right place and the right time for that block. Low zone draw, Reed against Rierick. Hambling takes it behind net, forward for Fairman. Up for Johnston, through everybody, icing called on the Hawks, with Purdue beating out Miller for that one. Back to the face-off goes Johnston and Reed. .4:57 to go in the second, 4-0 in favor of the black and red. Maddox Rierick with the opening goal, and then 3 straight from Jace Rierick. Icing once again on the Hawks. Down to 4:47. And then after a while, the Hawks will just eventually win this game.
Yeah.
Go to the dressing room if we just keep doing that. It'll just slowly chip away the clock here.
It's going to be a long game, but if they keep on doing that.
It eventually gets you the win. Stretch pass for Fairman. Taken away by Purdue as him and Fairman exchanging some love beyond the blue line. Purdue gets the takedown, and a hugging match now ensues, and both will head to the box. And to no one's surprise, they get both there. As the IUP bench upset, I'm not sure if they're upset about Fairman's penalty or just the fact in general that he has to head to the box here. It'll be 5-on-5. So coincidental roughing minors for Purdue and Fairman. You felt it was going to boil over at some point.
Yeah.
Actually, be 4-on-4. Yeah, it will be 4-on-4. So not coincidentals. Open ice for a lot of skill players here. IUP takes possession off the faceoff. As Fairman and Purdue still going at it in the penalty box, as Austin McLean is just the party in the middle trying to separate. Shane Miller takes this one around. Up high for Donovan, Donovan goes through the middle, off the boot of Byrne, rolls to Finnegan. Finnegan takes behind the net with Miller. Those two jousting, takes Miller to the ice. Byrne up ice for Hurst. Hurst sprung free on sides. Wanted to leave it off for Rourke. It's crunched to the ice, though. IUP stripping it away from Rourke. Here they come. Johnston up for Hambling. Through the middle, Finnegan blocks it away. Now up for Rourke, out of his reach, will skate to it. Rourke for Hurst, and getting down is Hambling to block it. Byrne playing catch, couldn't get it now. Miller leaves it off. Hawks with some speed. Rierick winds up, shot blocked by Finnegan. Takes him into the corner. Byrne for Moran. 30 seconds of 4-on-4 as we approach 3 minutes to go in period 2. London winds up, shot, shoulder save, pops out Ziemba shot, and getting there was Colbert. Dixon puts it into the corner. Off the back of the net, Nate Isaac rolls it up ice. 10 seconds now on the 4-on-4. Over for Moran. Moran pushing out of the box. Comes Fairman and Purdue. Both respectively head to their benches. Almost too many men. Here's Passanante. Backhand attempt, puck loose, digging. Gates down, makes the initial save, still pushing for room. And now the meeting in front of the net as Moran and Rourke trying to take on all 5 Hawks.
Yeah, 4-on-4 does not go either team's way as the score is still 4-0, but the rivalry is continuing, it looks like. Everyone has their guy, and, we'll just have to see how this goes. Coming to the end of the second period, almost a little over 2 minutes left, and in IUP zone, so we'll see how that goes as a shot made, blocked by Gates.
Gates, so far so good. As Moran tries to put one on, that one's wide. Moran, one of the vocal leaders, getting mixed up with Malloy at the end of that skirmish, as the referees have their hands full. It's kind of what you sign up for when you see these two teams on the schedule. And just kind of how it plays out. Here's Jace Rierick. Offsides. Takes the shot. Moran goes right after him. Oh. And now Malloy and Moran get into it. And Passanante trying to dig his guy out. But anytime a shot after the whistle is taken, you got to answer the bell. That's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, that really is. I mean,
trying to break stick, and Dobransky goes after Malloy. The referee has to get in. He tried to break Moran's stick, and Malloy goes to the bench, and a lot of words being exchanged between the two. It's starting to hit the boiling point.
Yeah, this is the rivalry that we've been waiting for. Everyone at this game, everyone watching here. This is going to be a fun end of the second period and third period for these two teams.
Now Isaac and Soy getting into it. Refs have to separate. All of them have to get in the lane here. Malloy is headed to the dressing room. Not sure if his night is over or his period is over. A 10-minute misconduct is for certain. As Malloy gets saluted off, the Colonials faithful wondering why.
All that just to not break his stick, too.
That's the disappointing part.
Yeah, I
know. If you're going to full send, you better break that stick.
Yeah, I know. He tried to. He didn't try very hard, though.
Needs a little bit of a skate sharpen, it seems. Now to sort it out. It's pretty much a given, a 10-minute misconduct to Malloy for unsportsmanlike.
You might see some guys like Moran that were in the middle of it. Might get 2 or 5 minutes, but he might be the only RMU guy to get something in this.
Sharamonte's in the ball. I don't even think he was on the ice. I'm not sure how they're going to separate that. The referee's going to go get this puck. And it's going to go to the IUP zone. Is it a power play is the question.
Have to hear from Austin for the results.
As the referee going full scale. Look at this. Going full knees on the board to talk to Austin McLean. That is some dedication right there from the referee. A 2 on the board for the Hawks. Moran still on the ice. As Coach Joyce trying to explain to Coach Joseph what they think's going on. I'm sure everyone's kind of just trying to figure things out. London will serve a penalty for IUP. Power play RMU. The second straight end of period penalty. 2-minute minor for slashing. A 2 for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. So Sharamonte, a 2 for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. Okay. So that's all separated as Reed gets a high hit on one of the Hawks. Here's Walker. Drop-off pass for Hurst. Hurst for Rourke. Rourke takes it into the zone, slows. Up high for Reed. Reed settling, takes it to the wall. Chopping at it, looking for possession, gets it down to Rourke. Rourke up high for Hurst. Across now for Rourke. Under a minute here in period 2. Turning shot saved by Gates. Moran getting a piece of it, works out to the right corner to Walker. Up to the point to Reed. Reed for Rourke. Back up high to Hurst. Hurst for Moran over and stopped there by Gates. Reed to the top of the circle. Winds up, shot, save, Gates, rebound, loose. Gates trying to find it, a lot of bodies in front, and Gates somehow keeping it out.
Yeah, this has to be probably one of Gates' best games of his college career. I mean, Robert Morris is putting up a fight on offense in this second period, and he's stopping everything. So props to him on just whatever he's doing.
Let in late goals in the third period of the last time these two played here in RMU on senior night last year. Here's Fairman working in a shot saved by Colburn. 10 seconds to go in the period. Hurst gets lit up by Fairman, and offsides called on the Hawks. As Fairman and Hurst exchange some words in passing. 6.9 to go in the period, and 19 seconds of a power play for the Colonials, so seemingly this will carry over.
Yeah. See, if the Colonials do get this face-off win, they might have a shot to score, but it is looking like another shutout in the second period.
As Byrne elects to do so, to the third we go. A hectic second period that saw Malloy head off for 2 minor penalties and a 10, as Moran also getting a 10 and a 2, served by Sharamonte. 2 goals coming in that period, both from Jace Rearick, both in the beginning of that second period. The scoring's been quiet, but the physicality's been running rampant.
Yeah, it's not looking good for RMU going into this third period. I mean, I'm sure their guys are fired up, but I'm sure the Hawks are even more fired up after that 10-minute penalty. And they're probably still thinking about that loss from last night, too. So they have a lot of things on their mind and a lot of things that'll fire up the team. And they don't even have to be aggressive on offense. They just need to keep up their defense and not have shots on net. And even when they do have shots on net, Gates is having such a good performance. Who knows if he'll even give up 4 goals, or who knows if he'll even give up 2 goals, even 4, to tie up this game.
Patrick Colburn and Mike Joseph, the head coach here, are having a chat with Keith Reed. I wonder if Coach Joseph, you remember after goal number 4, that someone pointed towards Colburn and said something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Coach Joseph may be interested in what they had to say.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm sure he'll have a word with the referees when we come back for the third period. Stay tuned. 4-0 Hawks. We'll be right back about 13 minutes for the third period. Stay tuned. Goalie change to start the third period. Reno Patrick is coming into the net here. And a little bit of surprise, but we also, as we talked about at the end of the second, Colburn is going to get talking to from Coach Joseph. Maybe ask him, do you want to keep going? How are you feeling? So we know, obviously, as I said throughout this broadcast, a lot of guys are playing hurt.
Yeah. Who knows if that's the reason why, or just because they're down 4-0. Maybe they just want to get some reps in with Patrick. I mean, he's 2-8 right now, so it's not the best sign. Maybe it's just a sign of them, like, just, I don't know, just giving them reps. Maybe they don't expect to come back, but who knows with this one.
Patrick got the start John Carroll last night, led in 5, stopped 39 of 44 his way. RMU on the power play the next 10 seconds. Can they make something happen? So he pass banked and on net. Whoa, Reed almost beat that one out, and Gates gets down to make the save. You talk about puck luck. Almost perfectly placed in front of Nathan Gates there. Face-off win. Cleared is not successful. Second attempt does go. And then out of the box goes London, serving the Malloy penalty. Finnegan gets to the puck first. Big hit thrown. Rierick leaves it for London. Offsides. IUP. 19:30 to go here. Time for 50-50.
Ooh.
Let's see how far it is. I have a ticket.
Look at that.
Ooh, did not win. Yikes.
At least he called it this time.
He did not like last night where he did not call it a winning.
But they did find out who the winner was after the game.
Oh, referee gets hit up high there. Luckily had the helmet on. Seems to be all right. Here's London, a shot up high, and Patrick gets his first stop of the game. Another shot coming on. That goes into the netting. Out of play. That one rolls. For a goaltender, it's a little tough to get that first shot on net. You know, you're in Patrick, you're probably thinking, like, that's probably one of the easier ones I could have stopped that.
Yeah, especially being the first one in the third third period, where everyone is warmed up, and that's your first shot of the game.
Tied up face-off. Goes IUP's way. Fairman down low to London. Takes this behind the net. Up high to Hambling. Winds up shot, rolls off the Colonials, around the wall, Ziemba fights Walker for it. Miller keeps it in, over to Hamblin. Down low to Fairman. Goes through the middle, finds Ziemba, a shot. Patrick gets down and makes the save. No one really knew where that was. Line change for the Colonials. Still holding on to a 4-0 lead over the Crimson Hawks. We'll see if they play passively or what their idea is here to open up the third period. The 4-goal lead, you can play comfortable and play the boring style of hockey where it's almost like a dump and chase and keep the clock rolling.
And that's looking like what IUP is going to be doing.
There is Hambling. We'll dump it into the corner. Fairman first to it in front for Johnston. And now down low for Miller. Broken up by the Colonials. Stepping down is Dixon. Gets in the lane with Kohlberg. Colonials can clear. No ice. This will roll perfectly towards Gates' crease. Back is Sala to corral it. Strut. A lone chaser. Fairman takes it from Sala. Works his way up the boards. Through center. Has some space. Looks to dangle through. Gets it stripped away by Kohlberg. Rolls off to the stick of Shane Miller. Shot comes on. Patrick with the save. He'll hold on 17:44. Slowly just chipping away at the clock.
I mean, there's no need to play aggressive if you are IUP. I mean, you're up 4 in the third period. Your goalie has been outstanding. And Robert Morris, they just have not really, they haven't looked great today. And so, I mean, they have all their rights to play comfortable in this third period.
Home run pass to Rourke. Tried to get in the zone. Sala takes it away and gets bodied off there by Reed. Gets the pass off for Jace Rearick. A shot looking to go up high on Patrick. And it goes over the net. Springs Reed free. Gets a stick in there was Soy. Sends it up to Adams. Gets roughed up by Reed. Physicality starting to come back. The captain of the Colonials trying to set it. Jace Rearick storming in. Gets pushed off to the wall by Matt Purdue. Penalty coming up to Purdue. And slow to the feet is Rearick. Really laboring on that leg. And Purdue off for what I believe is a slash. Yes. Power play IUP. 1 for 1 on the night so far. It ended up being Rearick's hat trick goal, the one to do so. Face-off win by Boker. Back to Fairman. Down low for Miller. To the point, back to Fairman. Walks it down low to Miller. Back in front to Fairman. Has a little trouble. And offsides are the Hawks. Fairman circling. Drop pass for Miller. Into the zone they go. Miller walks it down low. Back to the point to Fairman. For Miller once more. Closing in on the netminder. Sends it behind the net. In front, wanting Adams. Diving play. Fairman keeps it in. Fairman winds up, looks for the deflection save. Patrick goes through the blue paint and cleared by Finnegan. Also close to a 5-0 lead for the Hawks. Adams to the point of Fairman. Down low to Miller. Looking for space. We'll leave this off for Adams. In stride. Takes us down low. Off for Boker. Wanted to go up high to Fairman. Out of his reach. Hawks have to reset. A minute gone on the Purdue penalty. Fairman shot. Blocker save. Patrick will get his own rebound. Swapping with Miller. Fresh bodies make their way on the ice for the Hawks. Beautifully executed. Look at this. One guy holding the puck. Zero pressure from the Colonials. They're just letting them skate one by one to the bench.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, they're not playing aggressive. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing right now, but if I was Robert Morris, I would be playing aggressive as a save made by Patrick.
Hand pass called. You've whistled dead here. 18 seconds to go on the Purdue penalty. So stay in the Colonial zone. On the right circle to the left of Reno Patrick. Excuse me, the left circle to the right of Reno Patrick. Thought they pointed to the other circle. Face-off win by Johnston to the point for Ziemba. One-timer London save made. Patrick. Rebound is taken away by the Colonials. A diving play by Braden Martin. Gates comes out to play it. Great helmet, by the way. Really like the style of that helmet. Penalty expired. A successful kill for the Colonials. London sends it around for Rearick. Walks it up high. Crossing with Hambling. He elects the shot. Rolls high over the net. Hurst gets in there lane, into the corner burn. Back for Dobransky. Tic-tac-toe up for Rourke. And a turnover with Boker right there. Boker at center. Sauces that in, and Dobransky down to get it. Hawks off sides now to touch up. Here's Reed. Shovel pass right to the stick of Richard Wild, who attempted to play it right back in the Colonial zone. Picked away by Burns, sends it in. Colonials off the chase, out comes Gates to play it. A miscue, runs up on Rourke's stick. Rourke waiting, holding, shot, squeaks through and into the back of the net. Garrett Walker with the final touch. And in front of the net, Hirsch getting mixed up with Hoffman. Garrett Walker breaks Gates' shutout and makes it 4-1.
Finally gives something Robert Morris to cheer about. You have Walker's 8th goal of the season. And, I mean, it took a while, but they finally have some momentum. It's been a rough period so far. Most of the action has been in Robert Morris' zone. But that goal, it's shaping up for the team. I mean, they're still down by 3, but
will it continue? In the last game on home ice, the Colonials actually came somewhat close to coming back. And offsides, they give Passanante the benefit of the doubt there. I thought they might have called that, but they left to be a little lenient. The shot by Loza hits off the crossbar and out of play. Official goal reads Walker's 8th of the season from Rourke and Isaac. It's a small dent, but a lot to go. 13:38. The shot there by London is denied. Be picked up and sent out by the Colonials. As icing is called on IUP. 13:25. It's not over yet, folks. Don't go away just yet. Still some hockey to be played. All it takes is one more goal here, and it's suddenly in a scenario where your goaltender gets pulled with a couple minutes on the clock. Never know. Rourke shot off the face-off. Gates makes the save with Walker crashing down on him. A nice setup for this new makeshift top unit. Rick a little early on the jump. Loza wins it back. Diving is Walker. Burkett sends it along the wall through London. Out of the zone it goes for Maddox Rierick. IUP getting the foot on the gas. Not willing to give any more to this Colonial offense. Here's Hurst. Trying to go across. Gets his own rebound over for Rourke. Winds up shot. He scores. Devin Rourke, welcome back. Makes it 4-2, and here come the Colonials.
Second goal of the game for the Colonials, 18th goal of the season for Rourke, and they're just shaping up this period. 2 goals in the span of 2 minutes, maybe even 1, and I mean it's been a game of the R's. You have Rourke and Rariks getting all the goals, so.
The IUP bench is flaming right now as they wanted an offsides call on Michael Hurst. It was close. I know the IUP bench is saying that it was like a country mile difference. The way that Hurst dragged his skate, it was close. I could give the benefit of the doubt there if they called it either way. But obviously the IUP bench has a better look than we do from our angle. And they are very upset of the non-offsides call. They give the benefit of the doubt to the Colonials again, and all of a sudden it's a 2-goal game with 13:01 in this third period. Some new life. Here's Martin. Takes it in. Will chip it down low. Behind the net, Reed. Wants to go up high. Reed just sends it down low. Here's Hambling. Takes it behind the net. Martin gets there, wants to play in front. Hambling there to take it away. Goes cross ice to Miller. Miller wants to dangle in. Battles with Finnegan. They battle behind the net. Save made by Reno. Patrick will cover up at 12:24. Official goal reads Rorick's 18th of the year from Michael Hurst and Garrett Walker. Tied up face-off. Fairman's shot rolls wide of the net. Hambling winds up a shot. Gets on to Patrick's pad. Finnegan banks for Hurst. Goes through to Rorick. Leaves it off for Hurst. As Johnson forward for Miller. To Fairman. Back up to the point. Rorick getting a piece of it. Puts it off the center and quickly thrown in by Donovan. And a big hit thrown behind the play. Penalty coming up to the Hawks. Or not. I thought no, just for the offsides. Thought maybe they'd get him there. Walker. Stretch pass. Tried to go over to Hurst. Rolls all the way back to Finnegan. Around the horn. Fairman breaks it up momentarily. Leaves it for Walker. Forward to Hurst. Hurst settling into the zone they come. Hurst selects the shots. Blocked by Soy. Got onto the boot and Soy in a heap of pain. Icing is waved off. London right to it. Here's Dobransky. In open space. Takes it up himself. Gets hit by Dixon in front of the Hawks bench. Sends it down low for Rourke. He'll walk it in. Collects the shot and into the netting, out of play. Almost by us. Sends it towards the IUP fans next to us as the Fairman fans. Oh, there's a puck and it goes in. Boy. The Fairman fans throw it all the way down into Patrick's net. That was a good throw.
That was.
Scored the only IUP goal of the period.
In this third period, though, IUP is playing. They're playing fierce. They're playing angry. They are not happy about those 2 goals. Many big hits.
Will it continue? Here's Evan Sala. Takes this behind the net. Martin all over him. Provides the pressure on Rierick. Kept alive by Dobransky at the blue line. He'll send it down low as Martin will get on his horse to chase it. Around the horn. To the blue line. Kept alive. Tipped by Martin and a save by Gates. Rebound and Gates right there to make the stop as Martin can't believe it. He had some open space to work with. Just couldn't pick the spot he wanted. .10:40 to go in the second. I think this line that we see out here, Ben, is going to be one we're going to see a lot more of.
Yeah, I mean, it's working. They're putting up goals, and they're just looking good on the ice.
Wanted to go to Dobransky. He couldn't get through as Richard Wild was all over him. Gives it up to Mike Hurst. Drives into the zone. Hurst to the outside. Backdoor to Isaac. Just out of the reach. Couldn't settle the puck. Isaac plays it off of Hurst. Puck caught in the skates. Rolls out to Rorick. And the Hawks still trying to get possession. No one really taking a full possession. The Hawks finally can clear this down. Patrick comes out. Plays it over for Rorick. Leaves it for Byrne. All the way down the ice. Hurst, foot race. Out comes Gates to challenge. The icing, of course, waved off. Hurst gets crunched behind the play as Hambling all over Hurst. Penalty going to Eric Hambling, and the Colonials off to the power play. You can hold a guy down to the ice for a minute. A minute and 1 second, they're going to call you.
Yeah. That was not a good look for Hambling there, but power play now for RMU. They have a good chance. The way they have been playing this period, this could be a 4-3 game very quickly.
Soy, Fairman, Johnston, and Donovan, the penalty killers. Moran, Reed, Rorick, Walker, Hurst, the power play. 2 minutes for interference, roughing, holding, whatever you want to call it, to Hambling. And the power play of RMU is underway. Rorick walks the blue line to Hurst. Down low, Rorik. Rorik tried to play it into open space. Donovan gets the clear. Patrick comes out. Fairman the pressure for IUP. Walker for Hurst. Gets around one. Takes it to his own blue line. Fairman there, goes through him. Rorik takes it in open space. Circling. Goes over to open territory to Hurst in front of the Hawks bench. Down low to Walker. Underneath the Moran. Off the boards up high for Hurst. Hurst walking blue line for the shot. Deflected. Gates with the save. Rebound pops out and pushed off to the corner. Moran for Hurst. Shot. Save. Gates. Without a stick is Gates, so he finally pushed back to his crease. Hurst couldn't keep it in. Will whack it in. Colonials will touch up on the chase. Now they go. Donovan across for Soy. Can get the dump. And Hawks go for the change. Patrick leaves it for Finnegan, part of the fresh unit on. Quickly up ice for Reed. Retreats back to center. Over for Finnegan. All of his goals have come on the power play this year, number 4 in gray. For Purdue. Down low for Moran. Moran digging, as well as Martin. Look for the wraparound. Reed can keep it in. 20 seconds of power play time. Passanante, Finnegan winds up shot, glove save, Gates. With Moran crashing down. 17 seconds on the handling penalty. Some good chances for this Colonial PP.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good power play for Robert Morris. They can't execute. And just good defense for IUP as well. Just having them not score. Good job for Gates.
Here's Strutt. Sends this down into the corner. Martin battling with Burkett. Kohlberg to the point to Finnegan. 4 seconds of power play. Finnegan winds up shot, glove, save, Gates. As Martin and Burkett in a little shoving match, and now the guards come in to separate. Now Johnson has some words for the sophomore from Erie. A lot of banter, some players telling others to stop talking. Respectfully words, this is the PG version. And 1 second until Hambling is set free. A successful kill for the Hawks. Damage almost done by RMU. Clean win by Martin. To the point, Finnegan winds up, shot again, rolls off the back of the net. Hawks are there, stepping down low. Kohlberg plays it behind. Burkett up the wall for Miller. Miller battling with Martin. Seems to be getting a lot of attention. Number 20 in gray. Finnegan up for Kohlberg. Cross center. Sent into the zone. Colonials off the chase. Soy gets battled in by Strutt. Now Donovan in to join them, as well as Martin in front for Rorik. A chance and a save by Gates. Icing on the Hawks. 7 minutes exactly, and a tired Hawks unit is stuck on the ice. First line fully back on of Walker, Hurst, Rorik. Johnston the battle. Two of the best face-off men in the CHMA. Johnston victorious on this one. D-to-D pass. Donovan. Corralling. Gets crunched by Walker. And Byrne will just quickly send it back in. Here's Miller. Works to the outside around Hurst. Miller winds up shot. Save. Patrick up high. He'll hold on. .638. It's time starting to run out now for RMU. You think if you decide to pull the goalie, it's around the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, I would say so. There's still too much game to pull the goalie, but I think they should eventually.
Obviously getting one more makes that decision a lot more easier as the time continues to trickle down. It's a quick shot by Donovan, denied by Patrick. Loza tied up with Walker. Colonials take possession. Byrne plays along the wall. Gets some reinforcements in there for Hurst. Trying to chip it out. Soy can keep it in. Soy. Down low, hitting the stick of Byrne. Plays along the wall for Hurst. Can he chip it out? Cannot. Second attempt doesn't go. Nate Isaac. He'll just hold on to it, looking for some space. Goes to his D partner in Byrne. Across the blue line, now to center. Can tap it towards the zone. And the Hawks turn it over. Offsides. Rorick tried to get back. As Walker had a nice little lane to take it in there on Gates.
Yeah, unfortunate call there, but, you know, it just happens. And they don't have Robert Morris, they do not have that momentum anymore that they just had. But IUP has faced that all game, so.
Burkett off the face-off. Goes back to Ziemba. Pressured by Reed, gets it through the middle to Rearick. Rearick winds up shot, blocked by Finnegan. Off the high glass in the netting and stays in the arena, but whistled at 5:35. The reset of the face-off. Rearick against Reed. 1-2 Reed to the point to Burkett. Burkett going down, shot saved by Patrick and holds on. It's been tested.
Yeah, I got to give Patrick credit for that. Coming in the third period, down 4-0, and they have had many shots on goal, and not a single one has went through. So, shout out Reno Patrick for that one.
Rorick skies this off the glass. No icing, perfectly played. Ziemba through the middle. His pass broken up by Walker. Here is Ziemba again. Walks it in. Off of Finnegan. Pass broken up. Walker steaming down the right wall. Gets crunched by Burkett. A big hit from one of the rookies of this IUP squad. Shot coming in. Goes off the high glass on the attempt from Adams. Here's Hurst. Sprung free down the wall. Working against Soy. Over to Rourke. Winds up shot off the boot of Walker in front. Almost a tap in for the junior out of Buffalo, New York. Rearick back to Soy. Settling the pace. 4.5 to go. Rearick back to Soy. Light pressure from the Colonials. Sala across center. Gets blocked by Dobransky. Got him up high. Seems to be all right. Chips it off the wall, off the referee. A little bit of help. Sala corralling. Takes it into the zone. Winds up shot. Saved by Patrick. He'll hold on. Quick shifts for both teams. Shortened bench in this scenario. Boker against Reed. One cleanly back by Reed. Played off the wall. Foot race. Moran against Soy. And Soy just a slight advantage there to beat that one out. Icing Colonials. Takes us exactly to the 4-minute mark.
4 minutes left in this game, Caden. Do you think Robert Morris has enough to get 2 goals in them?
Well, it starts with 1. The Hawks have been very good in the defensive zone since that second goal has gone in. Icing IUP is called. All the way down it rolls. 12 seconds in between those whistles. Offensive zone draw, and wisely the top unit comes back on.
Lots of whistles later on in this game. You could clearly tell that IUP is playing the waiting game.
Timeout called. I think the Hawks took this one.
I think so too.
Yes.
But they're just playing the waiting game, trying to get this clock down and just trying to keep control of the puck.
An IUP timeout to try to reset things. As Boker wants to go get the puck and play it towards the RMU zone, helping out the referees a little bit there. But IUP just trying to draw something up defensively here, just saying, hey, we know what's on the clock right now. We know that we need to play lockdown. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
A lot at stake for both of these teams. RMU trying to climb the CHMA ladder. IUP looking for a bounce-back win after a rough loss to West Virginia last night in overtime. They got some help from their friends in Kent State, beating John Carroll, the only other team that IUP has lost to in the CHMA playoff race. The quest for a three-peat is still strong for the black and red. Walker against Loza. Wins it to the corner. Ziemba plays it around for Hambling. Wanted to go all the way to Rierick. Colonials onsides, quickly sent in by Rorick. Hurst battling with London, down low for Walker. Walker pinned along the wall. 3 Hawks collapse on him. Pops free below the net. And can be dumped by the Hawks, icing IUP as Isaac on his horse to get there. Clock goes all the way to 3:20. They go the same circle they just were. Great angle on the camera, of course. Loza wins it back. Hambling battling with Walker. His cage popped free for a moment. Shot from the point deflected by Hurst and stopped by Gates. Patrick comes out, makes the save on Loza, challenging. Hurst gets a piece of it, breaks up the Ziemba pass. Shot on by London, saved by Gates. Played down behind the net as Rourke jousting with Rierick. Hurst spent free, breakaway, gets taken down by Ziemba, loose, and takes down Gates, just trying to get back to his feet. Staying on sides, a shot by Reed is blocked. Reed to the blue line, going across, wanted a man, and down goes Hurst as he gets into it with Hambling. Byrne takes it in, drop pass, Hurst shoveling it down low, wanted to go for a man in Byrne. Colonials all sorts of mess, just trying to get something set up. Here's Hambling, just holding behind the net. Reed pressuring, off the wall, past London. Finnegan skates it down, icing IUP. 2:08 now. Could have been a great chance there for Hurst.
Yeah.
Hambling got him, but he got back to his feet eventually. A little bit of a tap, and make sure he knows he's there. RMU elects to call their timeout. I would have maybe waited another whistle.
Yeah, I probably would have too, but it's a good time to talk things over. I mean, 2-minute warning, see what they could do.
Use every sports reference you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
2-minute warning is maybe a ploy to get the top guys back on the ice, or you keep the same unit you had on. A lot that goes into it here. But you do put on that Rourke unit again.
Yeah.
Can they go the full 2 minutes?
Who knows? I mean, it's tough to tell. If I was Robert Morris, though, I would take that risk. Try to just get the best guys out there. Maybe even pull your goalie in this situation just to try to get that extra man on and just to see if you could make a miracle out of it.
It's Patrick. We'll see if he heads to the bench or if Army wants to play that aggressive. Maybe he stays at the hash. 2:08. Is it enough for the Colonials to battle the whole way back down 4-0?
And it is looking like Patrick is heading back to the crease. They will play with 5 men on with the goalie.
Walker, Hurst, Rourke, Finnegan, Isaac against Miller, Fairman, Donovan, Johnston, Soy. Into the corner it goes. Finnegan steps up, couldn't keep it in. Miller gets it to center, sends it in, negates the icing. Here's Isaac. Wants to play it around, pops in front of Patrick and makes its way in. A bad bounce off the boards. And that's just some terrible puck luck. And into the back of the net it goes. I think they're going to give it to Miller. But that was a crazy event. You have decent momentum and just a bad bounce off the wall.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate there. They couldn't have talked about that during the timeout. You can't plan that one. That was just pure luck. Yeah, so a little under 2 minutes left. Three goals behind for Robert Morris. Who knows how they will come back here.
Shane Miller is going to get credit of it. Assisted by Fairman and Johnston.
Miller's 21st goal of the season. Back-to-back games with goals as well.
Been very hot as of late. The shot by Reed, saved by Gates, rebound, a quick whistle, and now Passanante is going to draw a crowd as 3 Hawks hugging him, not letting go, and Reed, the captain, trying to get in to help his teammate. Oh, the referee got one up high. I don't know if they hear the whistle. Miller's helmet's off. Passanante got a shot in. As Moran also in there, is Fairman waving goodbye, as well as some of the other IUP players. As 1 against 5 for Passanante there. Not much once again he could have done. He's headed to the dressing room. Minute 20. I expect a bloodbath here.
Yeah. This is going to be an eventful minute 20.
Martin against Rierick on the faceoff. Won by Rierick, sent down the ice by Dixon. Finnegan back, icing Crimson Hawks. Takes it down to 114. As a message from Malloy to Dixon, higher. We want it higher. It kills the clock. And can try and negate an icing as well. Face-off shot on net by Strutt, stopped by Gates. Chipped around the wall, here's Dixon. Kept up by Purdue. Over for Strutt. Sending it down low through Adams. Dixon. Over for Burkett. Off of Martin's boot. Trying to get that one to Kohlberg. Past him. Kohlberg. Wanted the wrap around. Rierick all over him. Springs Malloy free. Drops it off. Malloy backhand. Takes a man hard into the wall and Strutt. Shot up high. Rierick saved Patrick. Rebound is loose. Bodies flying every which way. As Strutt going right after a Hawk in front of that net. Walking the line, Rierick. Goes back to the point, and finally Purdue. A couple of shoves in the back, and here we go again. Patrick gets one up high. As Adams mixed in, Rierick as well. And to break it up once again. After shot after shot after shot between the two. Down to the ice goes Purdue. Adams might have been the one to take him down there. And a little shove from Kohlberg in passing from a couple of Hawks. Giving the Colonial bench a very hard time. They'll stay in the Colonial zone. Cross-checking call to Purdue, and he will just make his way to the dressing room. 22.3 seconds of a power play, and the Colonial has to serve it. Kohlberg will volunteer. Reed couldn't win the face-off. Over it goes. Burkett just hold it. Over to Sala. Sends it down low, down to 10 seconds. Back up high to Sala. Over. Shot comes in, wide of the net. Around it goes. Colonials looking for one pity. Reed puts it on, saved by Gates. And that'll do it. 4 goals to start the game from the Hawks. Colonials battle back for 2. And the Hawks with a killer off a weird bounce in the corner gets them the victorious win over the Colonials 5-2.
Yeah, you know, rough game for Robert Morris. I mean, this was a good win for IUP, though. I mean, you see a hat trick by Jace Rarick, another goal by his brother, and just a good performance, a great performance by Gates in goal, a great bounce back performance by them, and I mean, the Colonials, they were underdogs coming into this too, so unexpected, not really, but they put up a fight at the end. It would have been nice to see some more action first 2 periods though, but in the 3rd period they really showed what they were all about.
The Hawks saluting the crowd. Usually it's the Colonials are the ones that are supposed to do that, and now they have to retaliate and do their own. The Hawks faithful always travel very well.
Yeah, they do.
When they come here. But the finale of the goals here, Maddox Rurick with the opening goal. Jace Rurick tallies with 3 consecutive. And then Garrett Walker finds the back of the net for the Colonials, followed by a goal from Devin Rorick, and then a goal credited to Shane Miller off the back wall and behind Reno Patrick. As for the Colonials, they will be back Friday night to host the Duquesne Dukes. And then we'll be on the road at Kent State to battle the Golden Flashes. That's the vaccine we will have live here. Hopefully the Colonials get back in the win column. They desperately need it in a team that they lost to last time around at Duquesne. So a big bounce back game for the Colonials here next week on Friday night. But our whole crew here, Ben Macher, broadcasting debut. Congratulations. Job well done.
You.
I'm Caden McCrory. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday night. Your final score, IUP 5, RMU 2.